That's the 10 karat acid, and that's the 14 karat acid on this pen. And it is holding strong. All right, so this is going to be part 2 of that crazy Oakland house pick that we did. We already showed you the clothes. In fact, we made all of our money back on the very first sale that we made, which was this jacket. And that was awesome. We made a couple sales since then. But I'm going to show you all this stuff. Then I'm going to show you the stuff that Zach has at his house. All right, so let's get started. So we grabbed the PSPs. This one is perfectly fine. I do have the charger and stuff. It's over there. It's plugged in because I charged it. This one works great. This one, which would have been the biggest money, unfortunately, is not working right. When we opened it, the battery had swollen up, and so it has an issue here. I'm gonna end up having to sell it for repair, which sucks because that would have been several $100. But moving on, look at this piece. I love this thing. When I was looking it up, it was saying just medical or maybe dental sterilizer. It has little shelves in there, but that would be such a cool piece for someone to have for display in their house. You can just attach it to the wall. But I just love the look of that thing, man. It's so cool. Okay, so then I found this crazy piece. It's called a Sinar or Sinar. It's a drum pad. It's a synth drum pad. So I was watching some videos and it makes crazy noises when you hit it with the drumsticks. It has to be plugged into an amp. Currently, I don't have an amp right now, so I have not been able to test it yet. It did have two 9-volt batteries inside. You have to unscrew this part, and they were pretty roached, but the terminals were fine and the board looked fine. So I'm hoping everything's going to be fine with this because it goes for some crazy money. So that was a really interesting piece. Check this baby out. How do you like that mouse? So early Mac, Apple Disk 2 or the 2 Plus with 2 of the disk drive things. And then there's a bunch of software and stuff that goes along with it. So it's not that heavy, but I'd prefer not to have to ship it and do it on eBay, but we'll see. I also grabbed, in the same vein, this poster. See if I can open it up so you guys, actually not a poster, it's a book cover. The most personal computer. So this is like a book wrap, but it works as a poster. That's kind of neat. There was also early IBM computers there, which I think when we go back, we definitely are going to want to grab, because they're actually worth some decent money. This one, gosh, I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys this. Hold on a moment. So this is an IBM promo. Sidekick. Look at all the things your computer can do. It can take notes. It can be a calendar, a calculator, a telephone. It's just a cool poster. Is there a date on that? Doesn't. It says 1985. That's a super cool poster. Someone will like that. And then these are a bunch of smalls. The watch that you saw me grab in the video, if you watched the other video, if you haven't, you got to go back and watch it to see all the stuff. Oh, I already took the dial off. Never mind. Got a nice little Benrus automatic watch. Maybe I'll show you guys that when it's all finished. I'm working on it right now. But let's go through the smalls. Little Casio. These are gold-filled. You won't be able to see, but yeah, these are nice gold-filled frames. And yeah, they're gold-filled, so I grabbed them. This is, I'm not going to show you the picture because it has it has the woman's picture on it, but this is her Intel badge. It's the Intel badge for her when she worked at Intel. Whoops. Super cool. Yeah, Intel badge. And then this is just some McDonald's, some vintage McDonald's scratchers. Oh yeah, and this, let me see. What is that? I don't know what that is. Huh. Not sure what that is, but this was kind of cool. I just found it screwed into the wall down in the garage. United States Coast Guard, kind of neat. Check this thing out. So when I found this, I was like, what is that? Then I opened it up. Ugh. And I saw my man Bowie on there. Kind of cool framed picture, but it's also a mirror. So you can use your imagination for why somebody would use that little travel mirror. Maybe I'm just, maybe I'm wrong, but a couple little tiny Cracker Jack things, maybe. I don't know what they were. Old school Christmas tree ornament, 93. Not that amazing. The Lucky Strike cigarettes tin, kind of fun. Old Elvis yo-yo, that one's tore up. Couple tapes. I thought this pin was kind of cool. TV. It's made out of like copper or something. Another lighter. Just a little Zippo. Figured why not. Oakland A's tickets from '89, which was a good year for them, and then '85. I don't know. I thought those were cool. Some old tickets. I grabbed this pen because I thought it would be at least gold filled, and maybe it would be low carat gold. But well, I'll have to test it. I didn't find any marks on it, so I'll test that and let you know. But I ended up, once I had a closer look at it, I don't think it's going to be anything. Couple of smalls in this box, including one of my favorite things to grab. Okay, so this is a couple of smalls in this box, including one of my favorite things to grab. Okay, so this is a little stopwatch, and it does work. Gotta wind it up, but you can take my word for it. It does work. There it goes. Supposed to go. There we go. It works. It's not a super nice one, but it had its box, so I thought that was kind of cool. And then I found this baby. And let me see if I can get it out with one hand here. You know I love to grab these. Schlumberger. This one is 14 karat. How do you like them apples? $14K. And you know, for a while, when I would see this 14K EMB, like 14K emblem, I used to think, well, does that just mean only the front tiny part is gold? Because I would test the other parts and they would also be gold, so I didn't understand that. But a guy I met at the antique fair said, no, that's just to keep them from getting sued because the pin is not gold, which I already knew that, but apparently that's why it says that. So it's not just the front. So this whole square rectangular piece is going to be gold, 14 karat. It's pretty good. It's a higher carat than what they usually are. So yeah, now I'm going to turn you over to Zach, and he's going to show you. Is there anything in there? Anything else? Oh yeah, wait, hold on. A couple more pieces that I forgot about. Little Superman. It's actually made of wood. Superman pin. This is abalone and sterling Mexican. Unfortunately, there was probably a small piece of abalone in there as well. It would have been a pretty nice piece, but it was worth grabbing anyway. I forgot there's a couple more things here. Little Tonka truck, and some 1970s, 77 stickers here. Pretty cool. Shazam, that one's cool. Superboy. 77 DC stickers, kind of fun. And then I grabbed all these pins. Vintage pins, Goonies, Temple of Doom, several of these early IBM pins. So that's kind of fun. This one, I don't know what it is. Rocky and Bullwinkle. I don't know what that one's about. Cocoon movie. Come on, Gremlins. These are actually in good condition too. And then finally there was this one. Awesome Jerry Garcia pin. So, awesome. Yeah, so that's it. Now I'm going to turn you over to Zach so you can see what he has at his house.
All right, a beautiful San Leandro afternoon. We had this in the background of one of the videos that Nick posted, but yeah, that's a Rumors, I think it's 1977 promotional record display. So that's dope. And I couldn't find any for sale or anything. I just saw one YouTube video of somebody showing it off. Ours is a little busted up. But yeah, somebody will appreciate that at the fair. I have a lot of family members that would love that too. We got a ton of High Times magazines, and they range from all the years. Let me see here. And then I accidentally was grabbing other stuff like Head magazine. Let's see what these are. So that's more High Times. We haven't gone through them, but yeah, some neat stuff. I mean, it's not like they're crazy money each. These ones are a little different. These are Heavy Metal magazine, which I've done pretty well in the past. Again, I haven't looked them up at all. I don't know if these ones are super rare. Nestor, if you're watching, I'm not telling you this time, so you can't steal the best ones. Oh yeah, these are cool. These will do well. I sold a bunch at the fair. I'm glad I got this one, because some of the ones I grabbed I was not that excited about. But yeah, like some of the High Times were labeled with the years and stuff. I know they all say the years on them, but some of them were like organized super nice. Oh yeah, some sweet calendars right here. Can't pass those up for the fair. Those will do well. Nick found this telephone, like a porcelain sign. Another thing that would just, people will be looking for that stuff at the fair. Let's see what else we got. Little Newport. That's sick. Newport wallet. This one's Levi's. Marlboro lighter. That's cool. Timex band. More High Times. And then this was like a holographic image. I don't know if you'll be able to see it that great on film, but interesting enough to take. Can't remember if we showed these. Those are two of the same. Yeah, they had a lot of computer stuff at the house. This, I don't even know what it is. But yeah, I mean, Google image, quickly saw that had some value. Rolling Stone. I think this was like $100. Looks like $100 too. We were going so fast and it was so late. Oh yeah, so these are just more high times. Little inflatable. Needs a little bit more air, but held for long enough. Peter Max poster book, that was cool. Had one I liked for sure. I don't know how I opened right to it, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Just all kinds of neat poster design. This was sweet. Like a member's plaque. 1979, I think it was. Yeah. Seagram's inflatable. Some other stuff. This little, it's a handheld video game, and I put batteries in that. That worked. 2000 glasses. Some vintage Christmas stuff. Some tree toppers. These are the bubble ones. I don't have any of those for my tree. Some old license plates. A little Porsche remote control. And then stuff like this, we don't know anything about stuff like this, but as long as you can Google image it and see it's decent, and then, you know, hopefully you can test it. Some of the stuff like the Mac computer that we grabbed, I don't know how the heck we'd test that, but still has some value. And people at the fair are cool about going for stuff and taking a chance on it. Vintage Christmas. Just some ornaments. All right, let me go to the back shed. I take it back. The shed was just the clothing, really. We also grabbed this, I think it's a Russian folding bike. It's pretty rough and roached, but that was in the downstairs garage, so that's where it folds in half. But yeah, forgive my backyard.
All right, so I don't want to get my hopes up, but that's the 10 karat acid and that's the 14 karat acid on this pen. And it is holding strong. So we might be good with this thing. I'm going to have to polish up this pen and see how it looks. So yeah, it looks like this pen is made by a company called Bagley. The Bagley Gold Pen Company, and they make them 14 or 18 karat. So this is a total score. Let me show you why I grabbed it. See that dent? First of all, it looked like it could have been, I thought maybe gold filled, whatever. But I saw these dents, and because it's nicely like machine turned, there's several little dents throughout the pen. And those dents are kind of a good sign, because I said, well, it's a very thin material and it's very soft. So I'm going to take it, yeah, 14 and 18 karat is what they made them out of. They sold to Tiffany & Co. So that makes sense with what I was seeing with the acid test. So I'm going to take these, I'm going to take the pen to somebody I know who has a business that has an XRF machine, and I'm going to find out exactly what's going on with this. But that is super cool. So looks like my instincts were correct on this one. Awesome.